On a cold, biting morning in eastern Ukraine, the silence is shattered as explosions light up the distant horizon. The ground trembles and the sky glows with the orange and red of artillery bursts, painting a dramatic scene of conflict and resilience. But amidst the chaos, something new is unfolding, something that catches the attention of every soldier on the field. Ukrainian troops, ever watchful, notice a shift in the rhythm of battle. Armored Humvees, once considered relics of the US military, now thunder across the muddy, snow-laden fields of Ukraine. These vehicles, once destined for retirement, have found a new purpose on a different continent. With agility and speed, they weave through shell craters and race ahead of Russian drones, outmaneuvering threats from above and below. Their presence is both a shield and a spearhead for advancing troops. Around the globe, people watch in shock and awe as Ukraine transforms these aging machines into battlefield legends. News outlets scramble to cover the story, broadcasting dramatic footage of Humvees in action. The news spreads like wildfire across military channels and encrypted networks. Commanders and analysts everywhere are eager to understand how these vehicles are changing the fight. In Russian headquarters, commanders are caught off guard. They never expected to face Humvees that have been modified with new armor, weapons, and tactics. Vehicles that now pose a fresh and unpredictable threat. Social media explodes with viral images and videos of these rugged vehicles charging through mud and snow. Their new look and battlefield prowess, captivating audiences worldwide. Ukrainian soldiers cheer and celebrate, finding both safety and inspiration behind the tough frames of these Humvees. For many, these vehicles are more than just transport. They are symbols of hope and survival. The message is unmistakable. Ukraine has changed the game. The battlefield is no longer just about who has the newest tech, but who can adapt and innovate the fastest. This isn't just about receiving new equipment, it's about transforming what you already have into exactly what you need, using creativity and determination to bridge the gap. Ukraine's army took the Humvee, a symbol of American military power, and reinvented it as a star of their own fight for freedom. The transformation is both practical and symbolic. With clever upgrades, improvised armor, and fearless tactics, Ukrainian forces have reshaped the battlefield. These vehicles now lead innovative maneuvers, surprising even the most seasoned opponents. Now, military analysts and generals around the world are asking a crucial question. Can old vehicles like the Humvee really influence the outcome of modern warfare? The debate is fierce, and the implications are global. Ukraine's answer is loud and clear. With courage, ingenuity, and a willingness to think differently, even the oldest machines can become game-changers on the modern battlefield. Before the war, many of these Humvees sat in storage yards across the United States. Some were even written off as outdated. But as the Russian invasion loomed, the United States sent hundreds of these vehicles to Ukraine. Shipments began quietly. Soon, entire convoys of Humvees rolled into Ukrainian bases. The vehicles arrived worn, dusty, and showing their age. Ukrainian mechanics quickly got to work. They stripped off old markings and checked every bolt. The first goal was simple: make them run reliably in Ukraine's harsh climate. But Ukrainian engineers did not stop with repairs. They saw the Humvee as a blank slate. Using local tools and creative ideas, they added extra layers of armor. They welded on new racks for supplies and weapons. Some Humvees were even rebuilt from the ground up, combining American chassis with Ukrainian-made electronics and gear. Within weeks, these Frankenstein Humvees looked nothing like their original selves. They were tougher, smarter, and ready for the fight. The transformation was a testament to Ukrainian resourcefulness and determination. Ukraine's landscape is a test for any vehicle. Fields turn to thick mud in spring. Winter brings deep snow and freezing winds. Roads are often blocked or destroyed by shelling. But the Humvee was made for tough ground. Its wide tires and strong suspension keep it moving where trucks and tanks get stuck. Ukrainian drivers soon learned to trust their modified Humvees. These machines could cross rivers, climb hills, and snake through ruined villages. Even when Russian artillery cratered the roads, Humvees found a way forward. They became the backbone of quick attacks and fast retreats. The vehicle's low weight helped too. Tanks can sink in soft earth, but Humvees skim the surface. Soldiers found they could dash across dangerous ground, deliver supplies, and pull wounded comrades to safety. This speed often meant the difference between life and death. The Humvee's ability to move in all weather gave Ukraine an edge. While Russian columns bogged down and became easy targets, Humvees kept moving, always one step ahead. The Humvee is more than just a ride. In Ukraine, it became a multi-role warrior. First, it was used to move troops fast. Soldiers could jump in, speed to the front, and jump out ready to fight. This rapid response made it hard for Russian forces to predict where attacks would come. Second, Humvees served as rescue vehicles. When soldiers were hit by enemy fire, these armored trucks raced in. Their tough shells protected medics and wounded men. Many lives were saved because the Humvees could reach places ambulances could not. But the biggest surprise came when Humvees were turned into mobile weapons platforms. Ukrainian crews mounted heavy machine guns, grenade launchers, and even small rocket systems on the roofs. Some vehicles bristled with sensors and cameras. With these upgrades, a Humvee became a mini fortress on wheels. This flexibility made the Humvee a nightmare for Russian patrols. One moment it was a troop carrier, the next it unleashed a storm of fire. It was always moving, always changing, and always deadly. Technology soon became the Humvee's greatest weapon. Ukrainian engineers fitted some vehicles with Avenger air defense systems, shoulder-fired Stinger missiles with advanced targeting. Others got radar and electronic jammers to track and block enemy drones. This was vital, as Russian drones tried to spot and destroy Ukrainian positions. A new threat was mines. Russian troops seeded roads with explosives. Ukrainian teams answered by adding mine-clearing rollers and remote-control arms to the front of some Humvees. These tools let the vehicles clear paths for foot soldiers and supply convoys. To fight enemy drones, some Humvees carried anti-aircraft guns or electronic nets that confused drone controls. Soldiers learned to listen for the buzz of drones and react fast. The Humvee became a shield, giving troops much-needed protection from the sky. With these upgrades, Ukraine's Humvees were more than just transport. They were mobile fortresses, bristling with defenses against every threat. Section 6. We trust these machines. Soldiers' stories from the front. On the front lines, where every second counts and every decision can mean life or death, Ukrainian soldiers have come to rely on more than just their training and courage. They trust the machines that carry them into battle and bring them home again. Sergeant Oleksandr, a Ukrainian squad leader, recalls his first mission in a modified Humvee. He remembers the tension in the air, the uncertainty of what lay ahead, and the comfort of knowing they had a reliable vehicle at their side. "We were pinned down by artillery," he says, describing the deafening blasts and the chaos that erupted all around them. "The Humvee got us out, fast. It moved through the danger zone with speed and power, dodging debris and enemy fire, giving us a fighting chance to survive. It took shrapnel but kept rolling. Even when hit, the Humvee didn't stop. Its resilience became a symbol of hope for the squad." For him and his men, the vehicle was more than metal. It was a lifeline, a constant companion in the harshest moments of war. It was hope on wheels, carrying them through the darkest nights and the fiercest battles. Private Irina, a medic, credits the Humvee with saving lives. She's seen firsthand how its speed and protection make the difference between life and death for the wounded. Ambulances can't reach the front lines. The terrain is too rough, the shelling too intense, and the risks too high. With the Humvee, we got in and out under fire. It became our emergency room on wheels, allowing us to reach the injured when no one else could. Its armor made the difference. The thick plating absorbed impacts that would have been fatal in any other vehicle. Soldiers call it the beast because it never quits. No matter how battered, it keeps going, inspiring confidence in everyone who rides inside. Another team, tasked with drone defense, praised their Humvee's electronic jammers. These systems have become essential as the threat from enemy drones grows. "Russian drones hunt us day and night," says Corporal Andriy. "The constant buzzing overhead is a reminder of the ever-present danger. But since we got the new system, we stopped losing men to surprise attacks. We trust these machines. The Humvee's technology gives us a fighting chance, turning the tide in our favor." Such stories spread through the ranks. Around campfires, and in the quiet moments between battles, soldiers share tales of close calls and miraculous escapes, all thanks to their Humvees. The Humvee's reputation grew with every mission. Each successful return added to its legend, making it a symbol of resilience and hope. In the words of one commander, "It is not just a vehicle. It is a trusted comrade, a silent guardian that stands between us and danger. It is our shield, our sword, and sometimes, our last chance." In the chaos of war, the Humvee is more than a machine. It's a symbol of survival and unity for those on the front lines. Section 7. Turning the tide. Outwitting Russian forces. Russian commanders expected easy targets. They planned for slow-moving convoys and exposed troops. But the new Humvees changed everything. Ukrainian units appeared suddenly, struck hard, and vanished before Russian artillery could react. The enemy was left confused and off balance. The Humvee's speed and protection made hit-and-run attacks possible. Small teams could sneak close, unleash fire, and escape unharmed. Russian forces found it almost impossible to pin them down. Each failed ambush or destroyed drone cost the Russians dearly. As battles raged through forests and fields, Russian troops complained of ghost vehicles that seemed to appear from nowhere. These Humvees took the fight to the enemy, even behind their front lines. They delivered supplies, rescued wounded, and carried out sabotage missions. The result? Ukrainian forces kept the initiative. They forced Russia to change tactics, slow their advance, and waste resources searching for these fast-moving threats. Section 8. Lessons in adaptability. Old tech, new tricks. The success of Ukraine's Humvees teaches a vital lesson. War is not just about new weapons, it is about using what you have in smart, creative ways. Ukraine did not wait for perfect solutions. They took old vehicles, added new armor, and made them work. This kind of adaptability is rare. Many armies throw away gear that seems outdated. Ukraine showed that with the right hands, even old technology can become a deadly tool. Their engineers, mechanics, and soldiers work together, solving problems on the fly. Other nations are watching closely. They see that innovation does not always require millions of dollars or brand new designs. Sometimes it just means asking, what else can this do? And then trying something brave. In the end, it is this spirit of adaptability that may prove to be Ukraine's greatest weapon. Section 9. A blueprint for the future, changing warfare forever. Ukraine's transformation of the Humvee is more than just a story of survival in wartime. It is a testament to the power of innovation under pressure, and a signal to the world that the rules of warfare are being rewritten before our eyes. This is a blueprint for the future. Armies everywhere are now learning to look at their old gear with new eyes, realizing that what once seemed outdated can be reborn with the right vision and determination. The lessons from Ukraine are inspiring militaries to rethink what is possible. Around the world, military leaders are asking how to adapt, improve, and surprise their enemies. The battlefields of Ukraine have shown that creativity and resourcefulness can outpace raw power and expensive technology. It's not always about having the biggest arsenal, but about using what you have in the smartest way possible. Modified Humvees, once considered outdated, turned the tide against a larger and better-equipped foe. Their speed, enhanced protection, and new technology kept soldiers safe and helped win crucial battles. These vehicles became symbols of resilience and adaptability, showing that innovation can be a decisive weapon. More importantly, these upgrades prove that bold ideas and quick thinking can defeat even the best-prepared enemy. The courage to try something new, to take risks, and innovate, can change the course of a conflict. As new wars loom on the horizon, military planners and strategists will remember what happened in Ukraine. They will study these lessons, knowing that the future belongs to those who can adapt quickly and think outside the box. They will invest in flexible vehicles, modular upgrades, and teams willing to try the unthinkable. The next generation of military vehicles will be designed for adaptability, ready to face threats that haven't even been imagined yet. The world's armies have seen the future, and it is rolling on four wheels, proudly wearing a Ukrainian flag. The image of these vehicles has become a symbol of hope and determination for soldiers everywhere. In the end, the story of Ukraine's Humvees is about more than machines or metal. It is about the spirit of the people who refuse to give up, who find new ways to fight and survive no matter the odds. It is about courage, ingenuity, and the power to change the world, one unexpected idea at a time. Ukraine's example reminds us that the future of warfare will be shaped not just by technology, but by the creativity and determination of those who dare to dream bigger.